Welcome back to Love to Live in the Temecula Valley. I'm Catherine Materiali. I'm a realtor here in the Temecula Valley, and I love that I get to help people move here, get connected, and find a home that fits their life. I would love to help you do that too. Today on our shopping tour series, we're continuing along Clinton Keith Road, but this time we're heading over the 15 freeway to show the shopping centers on the other side. If you haven't already, watch the video I posted last week so you can see how these fit together. This stretch includes restaurants, grocery options, food spots, a gym, and other everyday conveniences. These are places people regularly use if they live in West Murrieta, Central Murrieta, or the Wildomar neighborhoods along Clinton Keith. I'll show you how everything is laid out and why this area is such a go-to for errands, meals, and daily routines. Before we get started, hit that like button and subscribe so you can get all of the updates we bring every week on the area. So leaving the last shopping center from the video from last week, I'm going to head out, turn left on Clinton Keith, as you can see here, and I'm hitting the light. Right there is the entrance to go south on the 15. We're going to go over the 15 freeway, and then we're going to look at a couple of shopping centers just on the other side of the freeway. So heading over right here on the corner, and I don't drive through it, but you can see there's a gas station on the left. So you have two gas stations on this side of the freeway, and you have two gas stations on the other side of the freeway. So depending on if you're a Shell person or an Arco person or a 7-Eleven person, whatever it is, you have your choice there. To the right here, you just have this little cluster where you have the Shell station. It's got its convenience store. It has one of those drive-through car washes. And then you have the McDonald's. And I'm not going to drive through there because y'all know what McDonald's is and y'all know what a Shell gas station is. So we're going to go straight here into Oak Creek Mall, which is the larger of the two shopping centers we're going to drive through. And in Oak Creek Mall, you've got a bunch of stuff here that you might use on a day-to-day basis, like a grocery store and a gym and a Starbucks and all of that. So I'm basically just going to kind of loop all the way around and show you what's here. So first off to the right, you have the very first thing that you're going to see is the Starbucks, and it is a drive-through Starbucks. I know it's silly, but people want to know where the Starbucks is and if it's a drive-through or if it's a walk-in situation. And this used to be that whole corner section to the right used to be a real estate office. It is now Rancho Family Medical Group, which is a medical group. That's actually the medical group we use for our primary care, and they are expanding. They are fabulous. So this is one of their locations there, and they are right next to the Starbucks. I will say this particular Starbucks is never crazy busy, which is nice. And the drive-through is typically less busy than the Starbucks on the other side of the freeway from my video that you watched last week, if you watched it. And then you have the Denny's here. My husband has met up with his buddies for early breakfast and coffee many a time. And then just past the Denny's, you have a drive-through access there to the right for the Panda Express. And you have a Krav Maga location. So you would just pass the Starbucks, you would go into the drive-through for the Panda Express. So that's a nice little thing to know that if you need to grab a quick bite to eat for the family, that you can do drive-through Panda there. And then you have a Verizon store. Los Reyes is a sit-down Mexican restaurant, Mexican food restaurant. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. It used to be fabulous. It used to be one that we would go to all the time. They do have great chips and salsa. They changed how they structure it. They don't let their servers have tips anymore. And I've noticed that since they did that. Oh, there's this Wildomar City Hall really quick. Since they've done that, the experience is very different. So it's a shame. It's really gone downhill in my opinion, and it's usually not super busy. Then you've got the Fitness 19. You can actually, you'll see here in a minute, you can access it from the front or the back. My husband and I went to that gym a long time. It's a smaller one, but it has what you need. And then you have the Ace Hardware, you have the Massage Envy, you have an H&R Block. And then see to the left of Massage Envy, this is the back side. And I wanted to point out, because you have access to those shops, but also on the side there, you do have an auto shop, and you wouldn't know that it's there if I didn't point it out. So I wanted to show that to you. So if you need an auto shop, just know that that's there. And then for the gym, you can park in the back or park in the front. You can only access the interior from the front. And then this is the Albertsons. I've used this Albertsons many, many a times. You can see they have a Starbucks in there too if you want to get your Starbies while you're walking around getting your groceries. Albertsons is a great place to get birthday cakes, you guys. There is this one particular cake that my son picked like year over year. It's chocolate cake with chocolate fudge frosting, and then they put candy on the top, Kit Kats and M&Ms. Oh my gosh, it was decadent, but their chocolate cake with chocolate fudge frosting is to die for. Then you've got a couple more things. You have the Little Caesars, that Vision Express, that Vision store has been there forever. I think as long as I've been out here, honestly. And then you had, there used to be a frozen yogurt store to the right of it, but it closed down. Then you've got a, mailbox store. You can get some Mexican ice cream. You've got the spray tan place. You've got a dentist place. So all of those little kind of random things that you need. There's a smoke shop. There's a tattoo place. Waba Grill. So there's Waba. And then what's that other one that's really popular? I can't think of what it's called. If you can think of it, comment below. It's very much like Waba. I love Waba Grill. I will say that it has changed management and I think ownership over the years. And they always put up a banner when it's new management. It's so funny, as if that, I don't know if that's going to make a difference. Here's another taco shop. If you've heard before, I've mentioned my favorite taco shop is on the other side, closer to our house. This is actually another fantastic taco shop that we will go to a lot too. They're so sweet, they're family owned, and their food is delicious. And they have the salsa bar and the carrots and all the things that you want. And then Teakwoods, gosh, I remember when they first opened up. I don't know if they still do it, but they used to do a lot of live music. It's a bar and grill, and I think a lot of people go and will watch the game and stuff, but they used to do live music, so that'd be worth looking into. And then Old Market Grill. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, they do have a drive-through, but everything is made fresh, so you will wait a while, kind of like Farmer Boys, to get your food, but it's worth it. They do have great burgers too, but they have great salads. They have, like the burgers, but then they have the Greek style food, like your hummus and your grilled chicken, and it really, really, really yummy food. So that is again, it's locally owned. I love supporting locally owned businesses. That is a place to check out if you do move to the area or if you do visit to the area. It's so important. If you want to try something new, and everything just feels so expensive nowadays, it's nice to know, okay, yes, we want to try that one, or no, we don't want to try that one, because it's kind of a bummer, right? When you go and try a new place and honestly, it just sucks. And you're like, oh my gosh, I just dropped $75 to $100 on the family and we didn't even like it. Oh my gosh. So the last one we're going to go into, and this one's a quick one. This is Clinton Keith Village, and this is the newest shopping center over here. They're actually grading right across the street for more things to go in here, which will be nice. But we'll just do a quick drive through of this one. I will say this is where we go if we want to order some Domino's and we want to do a quick pickup rather than delivery. This is the spot that we go to. But we're going to come in on the end, and then I'll show you what's in here. And just this is Wildomar. There's some really great neighborhoods right to the left there and just up the hill. I've sold lots of homes there over the years. Really, really pretty neighborhoods. So you've got a grocery outlet. I don't know if you have that where you're from, but They essentially, these are franchises. This is locally owned, and it's like a little mini grocery store, but you can get some really great deals on things. And they have produce and they have frozen food and all sorts of things. So this is the Domino's I was telling you about. And then you can't see it, but there's a hair salon right to the left of it. Then there's a nail spa. There's a My Kids Dentist. My kids actually go to My Kids Dentist, just not this location. Some of them do orthodontistry as well, or orthodontics. How do I say that? Comment below, correct me. I'm totally coachable. But I love them as a company. And then you have the 7-Eleven, which has the gas station and the drive-through. I think they have the drive-through car wash. Do they? Oh, no, they don't at this location. And then the Chipotle. I love this Chipotle. It has a drive-through. I've never used it. I like to go in, but they're very sweet. They're really good service. And who doesn't love Chipotle? And then you've got a few other things there. You have one of those training gyms. You've got a UPS store. You've got the I think that's a dentist there, a barber, and that's it. It's just a little small center. And like I said, so kind of just past that grocery outlet, up that hill, there's a bunch of neighborhoods that are really lovely. So if you live in Wildomar or Central Murrieta or West Murrieta, these would be shops that you would use. And then we head back out, and then you can see there to the right is the freeway. That was a look at the shopping centers along Clinton Keith Road on the east side of the 15 freeway. This area really serves multiple parts of Murrieta and Wildomar, which makes it especially convenient. Whether you're grabbing groceries, heading to the gym, meeting friends for a meal, or running everyday errands, this is a stretch a lot of people rely on. Understanding where you'll actually shop and spend time day to day is a big part of choosing the right place to live, and this corridor plays a major role for many residents in the area. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss the rest of my Murrieta and Wildomar shopping tours and local driving guides. I would love to be your guide for all things Temecula Valley. We'll see you on the next video.